love this. So here we go. Ready? I want something a little bit more like layered. Let's come down here. Look at all these cool piano keyboard patches. That's a cool one. Oh, I need rock. Let's go up here to cutting. They're pretty cool. Actually, I made the brightest, rockest keyboard in all of Keyscape. I should be going down to chill. So I got some hip hop pop ones over here that are unstable. It's pretty cool. Let's go something a little bit different. Let's go to chill. Oh, these are all fun. Which one do we want? Let's go for Silver Lake. Actually, if we go to the multis, I have some that have really cool rhythmic things going on. So let's go over here to, let's go to Pennies from Heaven. Sure, so load that up. Check this out. We're right here. Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? There's a whole bunch of these. These are so cool. These different multis that are doing some. We'll show all these in a minute, but just to give you a taste of what's in this library, it goes so many cool places. There's all sorts of splits for chill, for love songs, for rock songs. If you want chill, just go down here to one of these guys and it's a whole different. So I'll show you all of these in just a bit. I just want to say hello. Welcome. This is a new library I'm releasing called Kolours for Keyscape. In order to use this library, you have to own both Omnisphere and the Keyscape sample library of both grand pianos and electric pianos, and then a whole bunch of cool, unique, kind of like museum pianos, and that they are things that you haven't heard recorded before that are really cool. It's a really nice library. You need to own both of those, and then you can use this library. And there's a number of reasons why I made this library. Oh, I should first say, let's see, let's initialize this because I'm going to get to that. But hello, welcome. My name's John Skippy Limcool. Jumping all over the place because I'm kind of excited. I want to show you something kind of interesting. Now, first off, before I do this, I want to say that I love Spectrasonics, and the people that work there are some dear friends for 30 plus years, many of them. And I'm not saying anything here that is a negative dig on them or anything. Pianos is a very personal thing. And the way that I play piano is differently than the way other people play piano. And the way that I want the piano to speak is different than how other people want the piano to speak, right? So when this Keyscape library was released, a lot of the patches, especially in the grand pianos, I had a hard time working with and making them speak. the way that I'm wanting them to speak. So that's where a lot of the drive to bring this library out came from. And I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to go between the piano that I have created using the hardest map. They've got a number of different maps when it comes to the C7 Grand, the harder, hardest, uber hard, softer, softest, and then the C7 regular. So this is the hardest, and when I play it, I can go all sorts of cool places dynamically just by how I play. So if I go to the same map inside a Keyscape, which is called the indie piano, there's not much harmonic change to me, and playing wise, that release really bothers me. If I'm playing this as a track, you know, if I play the same thing with the patch that I've made where I have it programmed differently, same samples. So the samples are great. It's just that the programming was from a different vision of how to be a grand piano. And so this library, I have a number of patches that are using the different maps that play in a different way. They're programmed completely different. They have kind of hyped them a little bit when they come to the original ones in Keyscape, and the expressivity isn't quite there. So these are different. It's just a different vision. There's nothing I'm saying in a negative about the samples. It's just the programming is different, okay? I have nothing but great appreciation for my friends and family at Spectrasonics. But when it came to the Keyscape library on the pianos especially, I was disconnected from them. So I've made pianos that I am totally connected to and put them into this library. There's a ton of other stuff in this library. There's cool basses, there's BPM bass and drums and keys, because over here in the multi-mode, there's 5 of these. I'll show you all of them in a minute. But these are things that you just play one note and it just takes off. And then I have all sorts of stuff hidden on the 4 MIDI CCs. So there's more than just pianos in this library, and I'm really happy with how it has turned out. So I will show you everything. I just want to point out, if you want this or other libraries, please go to pluginguru.com. I have 80 different products for all sorts of different plugins. This library is 120 patches and 30 multis, so it's 150 presets. Many of these took days to make and hours of playing them to perfect, because I really wanted these to be something special and legit. So let's do this. I'm going to get this all set up. I'm actually going to do the patches without, but when we get to multis, I'll have a record a video on the Native Machine Jam, because I'm using that for controlling all of the different real-time controllers in the sound, so you can see what I'm doing over there. There's all sorts of different maps if you need to play really soft velocities. And I have on the mod wheel where you can hear the added reverb. Okay. So there's from there to the uber hard. But I actually made one brighter than this. I wanted a really, really bright grand piano. So this that's your brightest grand piano in Keyscape. It's if you want to be doing the that type of thing, that is the patch for you. Okay, so let's start the patch walkthrough. We start with basses, and you might go, Keyscape basses? Really? The answer is yes, because inside of Keyscape, there is a key bass category, and there is 4 different basses. And so I use those to make a handful of... These are key basses from... Some of them are super rare that they sampled. They have a really great super deep... It's kind of broken. Has the cool bass. Get him, Dano! I have a ride cymbal layered with it. And then here's one without the piano in it. So yes, the cymbal is inside of the Omnisphere library. The bass is from the Keyscape. That's why you need both. Okay. Bassette, bass. It's kind of tongy. This bass, it actually was like it's like a keyboard, but it's got tine kind of things that are being played. It's not a synthesizer. It was real physical. I've got it programmed to be more synthy than it is by default, but okay. So there's the basses, there's BPM basses that are what you'll find in the multis that I'm going to show you later. This has a whole chord progression. So when we get to Keep Hope Alive, I'll show you. Here's another bass. And this is a cool one. This is using the mod envelopes on... Get that snap like that. For pitch. So you can program away if you want to do other things. So this has a lot of cool stuff going on there. Space Complex. And again, when you hear these in the multis later, it'll make sense. And then World Circle. And this is cool. It's got, you get like a talking drum kind of effect. So all sorts of fun stuff there. BPM chord. And this is one of those kind of interesting. I'm using the amp envelope with loop. This plays, fades out, and every 8 measures it will like re-energize and come back. See how it's fading out? Here it come back right there. So those are fun to use. Then the different drums. Now, some of these were hidden, and some of these you needed to use CC controllers to bring out. But for the patches, I just have them show up so that they're not hiding. Because it's, yeah. Please move MIDI CC4 and you'll finally hear this sound. No. So the patches. All synth bass. There's no samples in any of this stuff. It's all just waveforms and noise. With effects that you can do cool stuff with the CCs. So we'll show those in the multis when we get there, okay? BPM key, some of these I made here, and some of these I made in some of the layer multis that I have in this library that are really cool. These are inspired by a lot of the experimental kind of avant-garde composers. Right, and then we have all sorts of stuff happening on different CCs. So that was Abstracts. Here's Chile Metropolitan. And one reason you have to have Omnisphere 2.6 is because we're doing things with the cool triplet and other types of arpeggios. Okay, here's Seattle Pulse. It's got a pulse in it from the envelopes. Which is nice. Sparse chordal. Okay. Spiritual Rush. This is one that's in the multis when we get to them. It's really fun. Cutting Comp Sunburst. This is an attack piano and Juno 60. Wanted to do stuff that wasn't just all chill, of course, right? Here's BPM key space. Okay. There is some synth stuff that I'm using in the different multis. So. And you see that the ARP is not on. So I'm using envelopes for the pitch. And there's advantages to that because if you have a key zone where this note is playing and above it's supposed to be another sound, if that sound needs to reach in the arpeggio like an octave up, it won't play because the key zone stops it, so it's silent up above. So if you do it in envelopes for pitch, then it can go all over the place, and if a key zone is right next to it, it doesn't matter. It will still transpose the pitch. It's pretty cool. Redemption. This is another one that's got just a simple envelope like this. But it does this cool harmony. I'll show you when we get there. Synth BPM for complex. Another one where the melody and everything is done with pitch envelopes. It also has the arpeggiator playing, but there's no pitch changes here. All the pitch changes are being done because I've gone here and I've right-clicked and said modulate this, and I chose envelope 1, 3, or 4. And then I'd go over here and set it up. By the way, if you're trying to do this kind of stuff, start with the default step envelope. That gives you timing and pitches with splits and everything set to step. And then use snap, and you can move things to different timing values. And if it's assigned to pitch, then all of a sudden, this becomes a value of synths. See how it says synths up there? And you have fine for fine control if you want to get to really fine control for pitch. Okay. BPM World Circle. Okay, so that's the last of the BPM stuff. Those are all used to make these really cool things you can jam to. And then up next, we'll go to the keyboards. Okay, so let's play with the keyboard patches. And of the 120 patches in the library, 85 of them are keyboard. So it's heavy on keyboard. If you don't play piano, take some lessons. Okay, so basically there's the bright stage, there's the grand piano, pad 1 and pad 2 versions are bright pad, and there's controller setup, make it brighter or darker, so you can go either way. That's what's nice with having 4 controllers, you can do stuff like that. Pad 2 is a sine wave pad. So, and that also, instead of brightness, since it's a sine wave, it's volume down and louder. So if you want it louder, you can do that very easily. And 1 is effects. So if you want to go magical or more realistic. And again, I just want to keep pointing out, go to main, go to the keyboard control for velocity right here. If you need to have it be more expressive or up towards linear if you want less expressivity. You just want it to stick out in the mix, right? So there's then there's a difference. Oh, there's strings. Again, volume. So you can control where they are in the mix. And off you go, you know. And then 8-foot is just octave up versions of those. So I'm not going to play every one of those. There's the wash, which is a nice... Gotta wash. This is the love songs. Okay. Rock and roll brightest is the it's just got that cut through the mix. Now, I'm using layer B in a tricky way. I'm not going to show you how I'm using it, but you can use this volume. There's no hammer. So you can get it louder if you want. This is basically the same but chorused. And then soft cinema. Okay, and now we get to chili. Chili is one of 3 categories. There's cutting, dance, and chili. So there's a whole bunch of grouped into these 3 different sections. So chili... Little bell sound. These are controllers. Right? There's so many of these. I'm just going to play through them just a little bit. If you do chill music, you will want all of these because just all sorts of okay. Blue Wish Hang has the hang drum. kind of like a hip chill. Isn't that nice? It's using the Celeste from Keyscape. Take the piano away, you just have this really cool. And I filtered it, and I've got some timbre shift and some other stuff going on to make it just unique and cool. Dahlia. Now, the reason the library is called Kolours, I'll point out, is because this is from a color wheel, actually, that I found through Benjamin Moore's website, and took the colors and then made it stretch out, so it's got this cool look. A lot of these patches are color names from Benjamin Moore paints. So that's where these names come from in some cases, just to be fun and something different. This is one of those that's kind of modeled after some of the like composers that do things with experimental pianos. So each time you play a note, there's different things on the other layers that are coming in and out, so it's kind of fun. So that's a kind of fun fusion. As you can see, there's a lot of these. Right? This is one that was made by Jason Schopfer. He has Northern Lights. He has Rocky Mountain Sound. He made the Northern Lights and Northern Impact libraries at my website. And so he made some just nice playable majestic. Here's another one right here from Jason. Keep Hope Alive. It's got this cool high-pass filter noise from a cymbal. Just in there. Let It Rain. Minimal Living. Here's Shadow Gray. This is one where you might want to get rid of some of that low kind of tonk, so use a high pass filter. Find the right spot and you can narrow out that hammer if you want. Oceanfront DDL. This has a cool delay on it. This one where I need to know the tempo. So. So you can play with that a whole lot. It's really fun. There's controllers over here to mess it up if you want. Jason did 3 patches in the library. Portland Gray, because I live in Portland, so. Gotta have something for those like, really moody retro. Okay, pre-piano lake. This is the pre-piano of the Rhodes. That's a really rare piano that they sampled for Keyscape. I've got it programmed a little bit differently than what it's found in the original library, but it's very cool to have. Redemption. This one's fun. This is using a cool synth pad. That's from the Magma guitar sample. And then it has an envelope on the amp that goes up and down. And it repeats. So I'll show it to you when we get to the multis because it does a really cool thing. Kind of fun, world circle. Windy City. Okay. Now there's some of these here you'll see are with like song names because I wanted to make something that are named after just songs that are programmed as set. In your you know, that's all. That's another one. Right? The cutting patches, these are layers of, let's see here. This is piano and the CP70 together. These like rock pianos, things where you need something that's going to cut in a mix with a big band type of a scenario. But it can also get soft. Wildflowers is another with the CP70. Right? Then we get to the piano and synths. And there's 3 different synths because, I mean, there's so many different we could make. Right? Stuff like that in Sun Valley. That kind of synth brassy. Cutting duo. Okay. Power Sunshine. Spiffy Clav. Somebody sent me a YouTube song saying I'd like to have this in the Keyscape library you're working on, so I made it for them. Kind of like an FM clavy. And I think I have a wah on the mod wheel, so. Get your funk on. Then we get to the dance stuff. I did a couple ambi house ambient, kind of things. There's that one, and then here's another one. That kind of thing. Broken, busted student piano. There's inside the Keyscape library, there's all these vinyl keyscapes, which are just repeating loops of records. The noise from, so I use those to make some kind of hip-hoppy. Let's see, it's playing A minor. Need Kanye in here to like start talking over the top of that, and you have something going. So they're just broken, because not everything has to be perfect. And so hip old wing tack. It's got the record noise. Off you go. Paradiso. Using the Celeste staccato, which is kind of cool. Seaport Blues. Okay, so we got some hip hop cool stuff happening in this. Kind of thing. Verdigris, a paint color. Unstable helium. This is a piano that's been tweaked. See the shift? You can make a piano sound from normal to where it has like felt. Or you can tweak it so it's really weird. It's basically shifting the tuning of the samples up while it keeps the map going in the opposite direction. So you end up playing samples that should be what it sounds like, an octave lower, an octave higher. So we did this in the Corgim 1 with we just had this one piano, and you want to make like a bright and a dark version, you could transpose plus like 600 semitones and then transpose down 6 steps, 6 semitone steps, and that would offset it so that it's now playing the samples lower, but the map has been moved back up. So it's kind of cool. Unstable MKS 20. And just so you know, you could go to this and hit the Keyscape library, acoustic pianos. You could choose anything you wanted. You could say the tremolo wing tack and have that. Or if you wanted one of the electric pianos or whatever else is inside of the Keyscape library, all of these are available to make unstable. So you could go to the Rhodes pre-piano. Just make it just sound really broken. MKS 20 vibes. And off you go. Okay, so the unstable is a setting that's able to be unstable piano is the grand piano. Rhodes. Could easily go looping with that. Then we get to the duos. There's a handful of different duos. And I just use duo because that's a term used for when in the Keyscape library they layered a couple patches together. So I decided to just use that as a... Here's chorus, Rhodes, and piano. And with the crystal. For those of you that want to write some power ballads, MKS and the guitar. Rock and bite. Okay. Rhodes for Still Crazy. I don't know the song, but... It's nice and clean. Rhodes for Waiting for a Girl Like You. Then the Wurlitzer for the Logical Song, which that type of thing, and then You're My Best Friend. That type of thing. And that's the patches. So you've got a lot of patches to play with. I'm going to pause and get the video recorder going so we can do the multis and I can show you the controllers with video on the Native Instruments machine at Jam. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, in multi-mode, it's divided into 3 different sections. There's splits, there's the BPM keys, which are layers, and then the BPM splits are these performance pieces that you can just jam to and have fun with for days if you want. So I'm going to show you the BPM key first. These are rhythmic. If you're familiar with Noir, I really got inspired by some of those where there's a piano with other stuff that's like happening. And so if you, in Omnisphere, if one layer is doing just a regular keyboard part, you can arpeggiate another patch to play on top of it and to dance all over the place and make all sorts of variations. So I did a handful of variations. It's really fun. So this is the hip hop tryouts. This is kind of funky. The record noise is like cool trap beat with that would be really fun. Okay. Pennies from Heaven. This is more into the magical, mystical. And you can do all sorts of fun things. This is Piano Cirrus. This is based on clouds. Piano cumulus, different type of clouds. These ring out longer. Piano fairy dance life. This was really fun to make. I like this one. Speed this up because this one works really good, like 115 beats per minute. That's fun. Okay. Piano infinity. I think it's mainly just the mod wheel. So here's Piano Strata. Just piano on top of piano, but the other piano's an octave higher with different effects. Just follows you along. It's really nice. Power Cyclone. This is more for poppy kind of stuff. So there's that. Rhythmic controller is cool. It's got this keyboard sound that's a layer, and then this rhythm. Kind of fun. Spiritual Rush Hour. It's kind of like a busy freeway of angels. All sorts of fun stuff there on the controllers. A Chance at Redemption. Oh, that's when we get into the beat. Okay, I'm going to show you splits first, and then we'll do the final thing will be the BPM splits, because I could play them for days, so I'm going to do them last. Here's splits. So it's using the basses that are the key basses. So they're really fun. Okay, bass in CP70. Kind of thing. Bass in grand for love songs. Serious bottom. Okay. Bass and grand for rock songs. Okay, and then a whole bunch of chill. Love these. Okay, chill number 10. Okay, 2. Number 3. Piano on the bell, which is 4. Here's an octave bass. Of fun stuff over there. Play with the controllers. Bass and piano for chill 6. It's got that fun alternate randomizing. Never know what it's gonna get. Eight. And then 9. Wait to load. I'm moving faster than it can load. So those are the space and splits to go along with the BPM key stuff. And then the last 5 are these really fun and I put pretty decent notes for most of these so you can kind of follow along. This uses all 4 MIDI CCs. It works really well if you have something such as a machine and jam, something with faders, because you will be want to do things where you have all 4 up at one time and down. Also look on the computer screen on the Show MIDI app that's free at my website. This shows you activity, and so you'll see when I move the faders there as well. So here's a chance at redemption. I'm just gonna play it for a little bit. Speed it up. Now this is one where the pad is in an envelope that will repeat. So here we go. So it repeats. That melody patch, it had the little pitch going up and down. Hear the pad repeat again. And then MIDI CC 67. Kick and snare. So you can play these literally for days and days. And if you ever get bored, find the part that says key, go to part 4, go anywhere in the library, choose a different chill piano. If we wanted, we could say Dahlia. You can go anywhere you want. Even get the regular piano in it. Get the wash. I mean, seriously, it is just so fun to play these. Spent literally, I can't tell you how many hours making them, playing them, working with them. This is I Live Minima. Pictured like a house with like robots living in it that's all white, you know, and this has a lot of stuff on the CCs, so. There's a hidden pad. Off you go. I mean, it's just seriously, you. Now, these are not set to latch, so you could play keys. The rule is this: if you use latch, you can go over here and you can turn this on for everything but the keyboard. Don't turn it on for the thing that says key. But now you play a note, and it plays, and it's held down until you play that note again. So you can just play a note, and now you can play sustain pedal. Do anything you want. If you play 2 notes down in the bass, you're going to be in trouble. So now they're both playing at once, and then you have to remember to play them both again. If you mess up, you can hit stop in your sequencer and it will stop them. But those I didn't keep latch on. Keep Hope Alive latch is on. And this is one will be about like 95 beats per minute. Just play one note. I play C. Anything other than C and notes are going to get cut off. So you have to jam in C with this one. No samples for the drums. That's just built in. Got the hi-hats on MIDI CC4. You've got the bass on CC2. And then the synth on CC1. And MIDI CC1 that does the synth also makes the kick go away. So when it gets to max, there's no kick. Now, if you want the snare, that's over here on part 5. It's muted. Just turn it on. cool? It's in minor. So again, you could play these for an awful long time. Part of the World Circle, we started this in a live stream. I do live streams every Saturday, and this is one that we started. Latch is off. You can turn it on if you want, but I'm going to keep it off. And it's got this cool chord that does a repeated. I've got on the mod wheel the bass. If you want the groove, it's on MIDI CC4. And a flanger on the pad. And what's fun with this one, I have power filters on a whole bunch of parts so that I can take everything to darkness if I want. So I have, I'm gonna start with it totally filtered. Isn't that cool? So you can filter it. Oh, this is so fun. And the mod wheel takes the kick out, so you can get to where it's just a... It's just, I mean, seriously, it's just disgusting. And then Space Complex 3B. Faster. Let's do 120. And what's fun with this one, I actually like 115 or 110. There's a snare on MIDI CC4. When it's at max, the reverb gets long, so we find somewhere in the middle. And then on top of that, it's busy robots. There's a synth part that comes in. So again, days and days just jamming with these guys. So, and those rhythmic parts you could actually like mix and match. Just start a multi from scratch and turn on stack and then call up one BPM pulsy thing and then add up something else to it and see where you go. So that is the library. It definitely adds a whole lot of other stuff in the color category to Keyscape. But you have to have Omnisphere and Keyscape to use this, because all of these piano sounds you're hearing are part of Keyscape. They're not part of Omnisphere. Omnisphere is one of these unique synths that they can bring out their own libraries, and they actually show up in the sample list. When you go down here to samples, they have, so you can see Trillion and Keyscape and the Moog Tribute library if you have that added to everything as well. So it's pretty cool how it is designed. So if you own those, then this library will work for you. And if not, just, as one of my friends said, get a paper delivery job and save up that money to buy it, okay? But anyway, for those of you that support, I thank you sincerely and enjoy, and we will see you in another video, okay?